Before the Gallop, Reflections from the Year of the Snake. As I begin to speak toward the coming Lunar New Year, I found myself naturally closing out the last one, not through intention, but through reflection. Looking back over the previous months, I started noticing how clearly the patterns revealed themselves once I gave myself permission to actually review them. One of the first things that stood out to me was my combination card relationship with the Nine of Diamonds, which resolves to the Two of Hearts, the soulmate card. The Nine of Diamonds itself fell on March 14, 2025, April 12, 2025, and January 18, 2026, each time activating significant lunar moments. Tracking these dates together revealed how consistently this card pattern echoed themes of relationship, conception, and emotional exchange in my lived experience. What struck me was realizing that I had actually conceived around that first activation. Later in the year, I gave birth during a new moon cycle that activated on a Queen of Hearts day. My baby was born 2 days later, still within a new moon window, as both the sun and the moon had shifted into Capricorn. Sitting with that timing now, it feels impossible to ignore how precise it all was. This is one of the reasons I encourage people to review their own archives, past episodes, journals, timelines. Looking back is how you learn the language of the patterns and how the cards personally speak to you. Last year, and still partially part of this year, was the year of the snake, a year of shedding skin, releasing what no longer serves, not just individually, but collectively. When I reflect on it honestly, I can see exactly where the shedding took place for me. Around June 11th, during a Six of Diamonds full moon, I made the decision to retire from a career I had been in for about 20 years. I began telling my clients, preparing for that transition. I even chose my estimated due date as my retirement date, a Two of Clubs day, the card that I am Neptune to. It felt like a sweet dream and a gentle, intentional closing. At the same time, I was deep in a larger cycle. In my 7 year spread, I'm currently displacing the Nine of Spades, a card of endings, completions, and closures. Before my birthday in September, I had been pushed forward by the Nine of Hearts for the entire year. Another completion card, but one tied to wish fulfillment, emotional truth, and in many ways grief. That part became especially clear when my grandmother passed. She is one of my karma cards, the Two of Diamonds. I found out I was pregnant the weekend after she had transitioned. Holding these two events side by side has been profound in many ways that are still unfolding. The deeper I go into these systems, the more I see how everything synchronizes if you let it. Exploring this alongside Chinese astrology only deepened that understanding. Despite the Gregorian calendar changing, we are still technically in the year of the snake. The shedding is not over. There's still time to release what needs to fall away before the year of the horse arrives, especially a fire horse year, which brings movement, momentum, and ignition. This period is meant to prepare you to move, not rush, to shed so that when it's time to gallop, you can. This reflection is not about prediction, it's about learning how to witness your own life honestly, recognizing where cycles have already been speaking. For those who want to trace this pattern further, I spoke about the themes emerging for the year of the snake in an episode posted last year. I've listed both the YouTube episode and the podcast episode for if you prefer to watch or just listen. This is part one. Pause for a moment, then share in the comments what moments from the past year begin to make more sense when you view them through cycles rather than coincidence.